Alright, this will show you how to take your research and start putting it into a presentation in Wevideo. Once you've got all of your research done, you've found all of your information, you've lined up all of your sources, then you're ready to start moving into Wevideo. When you're in Wevideo and in your project bin, this is where you can add all of the images. So you're going to go out and find your images, probably in Google Images, save them, and then you can upload here under Upload from Add Media, and you can search your computer to add them. I've got a few to show you how this works. You always end up or start with 3 tracks right down here, a text track, a video track, and audio track. These do layer on top of each other, so whatever you see on top will layer on top of things that are below it. So I am going to have my text to start us off right up here. So I go to text, then I can see different styles of titles or captions. If I click see all, I can see more. You can scroll through. If you see one that you like, you can see the preview right over here. If you don't like that, you can keep looking. Once you find one that you do like, go ahead and grab it and drag it down into the text track down here. To change what it says and change what it looks like, double click inside. You can say what you want. I'm going to just start us off. Notice that sometimes it is broken up across a couple of different lines. And I'm going to put that in as Ukraine. There we are. So this is what it's going to look like. You can move this around. You can shrink it, make it bigger or smaller, however you want. You can change the size of the font here by toggling that off and changing it here. You can change the colors if you'd like to right up there. When you're happy with it, go ahead and click Done. And then I'm going to also add a flag image underneath of it. So I found this image. I'm going to drag that image underneath. So it's now in my video track. I can stretch this out by hovering over, so it'll be the same length of time as this. So I can see what the preview looks like, and this will what it will look like as it starts. Now I do want to show you this. I'm going to actually have 2 images on the same screen for my next slide here. So I'm going to have this image here, but I also want this image of the map at the same time. In order to do that, I'm going to actually add another track. So if I come up here and click the plus sign, I'm going to add another video track. I'm going to actually move this up again. So I've got my text on top, and then I've got a video track here and another video track, which will be where I'm going to put this map. So the map is now on top, so that's what's covering it. But if I double click inside the map, I can now scale it down. I can move it around, and I can put it just where I want it. Click Done, and now I can see the map because that's over on top of this other track. So now, at any point in my video, I can have at least 2 different images on the screen at the same time. You could add multiple tracks and have 5 different images on the screen using the same method, just like that. If I wanted to add text again, I would come up to text, I would choose a caption, I can drag that into my text, trim it back so it's the same length, double click inside to add it, and don't be afraid to go in and use your already written sentences from your notes sheet. Just copy that, go back over, and you can paste in your information. If you need to make it smaller, you can make it smaller. If you need to move it around, you can move it around. That's how you can make your slides. Click Done when you're done. I do want to just jump over and show you my finished product just to show you just the last few things that you can add. You can see here I've got a few different tracks with my images and all of my text. I also have now added my audio. Audio is not difficult to add audio. If you click under audio, you can click and listen. If you like what you hear, you grab it and you drag it down into that audio track. Last thing with your audio, if you click on these 3 dots, you can change the audio opacity or audio levels right here. That just shows you this blue line, and you can see that I can actually grab these little dots and I can have the music get a lot quieter and then get a lot louder, and I can have it finish by ramping down really slowly there. To add a little dot, you just need to click, and now I can have it ramp down across that whole section. So it'll get quieter as it finishes. That's music. The last thing I need to show you are the transitions. And you can see what's happening here as I go from this transition. I'll actually get rid of it for a second. So as I go from this picture of the family to the map, it just jumps straight to that picture. A transition allows you to have a cool effect. So this cross blur effect will happen between two pictures. You just drag a transition down between those two images. And now you'll see that cross blur effect as it goes from one image to the next. That's really the last thing I need to show you. Hopefully you can use this to create some awesome presentations. Have a great day, everyone.